When it was first released, the Nintendo 64 promised to take the games world by storm. But a long time and a very few games later, is it living up to its promise? The first 64-bit console certainly had a lot to live up to. And with its first game, Super Mario 64, things were looking good. Independent producers, not just gamers, were also getting excited. They were the ones who were getting to play with the hardware.
Our guys were so excited when we first got the development kits, and they just spend nights and nights playing and going, "Oh, look how cool this is," and look how amazing it is. Having that amount of 3D technology at your fingertips in a games console is just the greatest thing a development company could want.
Nintendo had always promised quality rather than quantity, but with such attractive technology, it's strange that more games like Earthworm Jim 3D aren't being developed for the N64.
Nintendo's been very shrewd and very smart about the way they've done it. They're ensuring game quality by limiting the number of titles and access to the market. I think the consumers are getting a little hurt because they don't get the kind of broad amount of product that they could get. I'd like to see that open up a little bit more.
So, despite its huge sales, how can the console survive when the software releases are few and far between? Well, more titles from third-party developers would help. It isn't as if they're not able to understand the technology, as the graphically superb Turok goes to prove. So there must be another reason for this lack of involvement.
The biggest issue is that everybody in the development of a product actually needs to make money to live. At the moment, there's not enough profit to be made to develop the games correctly, and in the long run that can only hold back games development.
Cruising USA was a perfect example of a game which didn't have enough time, money and developers devoted to it. In fact, many software houses are wondering if the Super Console's hardware has already reached its limit, just as 3D accelerated PCs are making Nintendo's own titles seem dull by comparison.
The Mario game, which is fabulous, and we launched with, really only uses about 50% of the power that's in the Nintendo 64 box. So there's a lot of development that has yet been untapped, and hopefully this next year we'll continue to see really high-quality games, I think, games that are really better in many ways than what you can even find on PCs.
If Nintendo wants to protect its future, it needs to make the N64 more attractive to developers. Great technology doesn't always win the day.